Hi everyone, I'm here at the Bible reading. I hope you guys are having a good day. Today is Sherman and I's 22nd wedding anniversary. And he got me this ring. I wanted to show it to you guys. Show it to you guys first. And I put it on Facebook. But I know all you guys are not on my Facebook, so I want you guys to see it. It's the first time I'm showing it on camera, and I want to share it with you guys. Okay, I think it's beautiful. He picked that out all by himself even. I was shocked. I didn't know I was getting anything, not alone a ring. And he got me a really beautiful card. Can you give me the card? It's so pretty. I gave him his gifts as soon as they came in the mail. They came at different times. Look at this beautiful card he got me. To my wife with love, being your husband is the best part of my life. I love that. I would have been happy with just this. And each year that we are together helps me appreciate how much it means to be loved by such an incredible woman. Me, the one he calls a nag. You know, his old nag. Right, you sure? Now they know your true feelings. Right here, it's in the card.
You old nag.
See? Happy anniversary, love, Sherm. That's what the inside looks like. I think that's so pretty.
Should have drawn a picture of an old nag in there.
See? See how he is? He's trying to be romantic. But he just can't stand it. Can you, Sherm? Is this ring got some kind of bad gift in it? Is it going to squirt me or something?
Better watch it.
I would not doubt it.
It's under water.
Okay, guys, today we're going to be Sherm, you follow. Yes, he's going to follow along.
Yes!
Yes! I like it when you follow along.
Good luck.
Mark 16. You there? Alright, these stupid notifications. Oh, I wished I knew how to. I thought I turned them off.
Well,
I thought I figured, stop it. I thought I figured it out, but apparently I didn't. Don't make fun of me on our anniversary. I get a day off.
Yeah, right.
Psalm 55 and Proverbs Chapter 11, verse 7. Alright guys, so let's get down to Mark. We should be seeing Jesus resurrected today. Jesus has risen. And then it has a part on here that says, the earliest manuscripts and some other ancient witnesses do not have verses 9 through 20. But I will read verses 9 through 20 to you today. Okay, so let's begin. Do you have one of those dry mouth drops? If not, I can just get a piece of gum.
I do somewhere, honey.
So I don't gotta keep taking sips of something.
Take a sip. Take a sip.
There's 2 in there, isn't there? 2 packs of those. Don't you throw it.
Why?
Just hand it to me.
I don't want to hand it to you.
Your little mouth. Okay. Open the book and behave. Open your book. I heard a siren out there.
Come back here.
When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome, also Jesus' mother Mary, bought spices so that they might go to anoint Jesus' body. Very early on the first day of the week, just after sunrise, they were on their way to the tomb. And they asked each other, "Who will roll the stone away from the entrance of the tomb?" Because it was a great, big stone. It had to cover the whole mouth of the cave, big, heavy stone. And remember, there's guards posted. "Make it as secure as you know how," Pilate said when they asked him to do that. But when they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had been rolled away. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. "Don't be alarmed," he said. "You are looking for Jesus the Nazarene, who was crucified. He has risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him? But go, tell his disciples and Peter, he is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him just as he told you." I don't know why it says go tell his disciples and Peter when Peter was himself a disciple. I don't understand that part, but Peter believes it. Most of the disciples do not, but Peter believes it. Peter and I believe James, and they run to the tomb when the women tell them that. Trembling and bewildered, the women went out and fled from the tomb. They said nothing to anyone because they were afraid. But they did. They went back and told the disciples. Now here's the transcript that is not in all of the books. It's 9 through 20. When Jesus rose early on the first day of the week, he appeared first to Mary Magdalene, out of whom he had driven 7 demons. She went and told those who had been with him and who were mourning and weeping, told the disciples and his mother. When they heard that Jesus was alive and that she had seen him, they did not believe it. But Peter and James went and ran to the tomb to see. Afterward, Jesus appeared in a different form to 2 of them while they were walking in the country. These returned and reported it to the rest, but they did not believe them either. I believe that was Peter and James. Later, Jesus appeared to the 11 as they were eating. That's all the disciples, all 11 of the main ones. Later, Jesus appeared to the 11 as they were eating. He rebuked them for their lack of faith and their stubborn refusal to believe those who had seen him after he had risen. He said to them, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to all creation. Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved, but whoever does not believe will be condemned. And these signs will accompany those who believe in my name. They will drive out demons. They will speak in new tongues. They will pick up snakes with their hands. And when they drink deadly poison, it will not hurt them at all. They will place their hands on sick people, and they will get well." After the Lord Jesus had spoken to them, he was taken up into heaven, and he sat at the right hand of God. They all witnessed this. They witnessed Jesus ascend to heaven, and they would all tell you so if they were here today. Okay, so he was sitting at the right hand of God. Then the disciples went out and preached everywhere, and the Lord worked with them and confirmed his word by the signs that accompanied it. That's right, they did, and if they hadn't, we wouldn't know about Jesus today. So don't we want to thank the disciples for doing what Jesus asked them to do? They seen it firsthand. And people that say, "Oh, Jesus wasn't really the Son of God, he was just a prophet." Why would the disciples make it up? Most of them, all of them, lost their lives. Some in horrible ways. And new disciples came on. Just like Stephen, the young boy whose face was like an angel. He worshiped God. He knew Jesus was the Christ. And he had not seen Jesus. He was not there. This is after Jesus ascended to heaven. And he's, hearing the disciples tell the story. And he believed without seeing. Like Jesus said, blessed are those who believe without seeing. And what did they do to Stephen? They stoned him to death. But he did not turn from God. He did not turn to God in front of them when he was in their presence. And they stoned him to death. So why would they go through that and risk their lives on something that wouldn't be true? They knew it was true. And that's why they did it. And that's why they said it, and that's why we know today. Because they knew when something happened to them, they would just be reunited with Jesus in heaven and with God for eternity. Because the body is just a shell. Okay, so that's where we're stopping with Mark. And now we're going to read Psalm 55. It is for the director of music with stringed instruments, a maskil of David. And it has 23 verses. You ready, sir? You want to read this for us? Can't never get him to read. Listen. Yes, you can. Hurry, better than me. Will you just do the Song of Solomon with me? If we practice for days. I have been begging him for years to do that with me. It is so beautiful when a man and woman read it together. Since I can't talk Sherman into doing it with me, you guys should listen to Brian Harden when he gets to that part. Him and his wife do it. It's really, really beautiful. Psalm 55. Listen to my prayer, O God. Do not ignore my plea. Hear me and answer me. My thoughts trouble me, and I am distraught because of what my enemy is saying, because of the threats of the wicked, for they bring down suffering on me and assail me in their anger. My heart is in anguish within me. The terrors of death have fallen on me. Fear and trembling have beset me. Horror has overwhelmed me. I said, oh, that I had the wings of a dove. I would fly away and be at rest. I would flee far away and stay in the desert. I would hurry to my place of shelter, far from the tempest of the storm. Lord, confuse the wicked, confound their words, for I see violence and strife in the city. Day and night they prowl about on its walls. Malice and abuse are within it. Destructive forces are at work in the city. Threats and lies never leave its streets. If an enemy were insulting me, I could endure it. If a foe were rising against me, I could hide. But it is you, a man like myself, my companion, my close friend, with whom I once enjoyed sweet fellowship at the house of God, as we walked about among the worshipers. Let death take my enemies by surprise. Let them go down alive to the realm of the dead, for evil finds lodging among them. Oh, that would not be good, would it? I would not want to be that person. As for me, I call to God, and the Lord saves me. Evening, morning, and noon, I cry out in distress, and he hears my voice. He rescues me unharmed from the battle waged against me. Even though many oppose me, God, who is enthroned from of old, who does not change, will hear them and humble them, because they have no fear of God. My companion attacks his friends. He violates his covenant. His talk is smooth as butter, yet war is in his heart. It's like somebody you think is a good friend. His words are so smooth. He tells you everything a best friend you'd want to hear from a best friend, but really he's waging war against you in his heart. His words are more soothing than oil, yet they are drawn swords. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. But you, God, will bring down the wicked into the pit of decay. The bloodthirsty and deceitful will not live out their days. But as for me, I trust in you. Amen. That was Psalm 55. Now we got one proverb today. Proverbs Chapter 11, verse 7. Y'all ready? Hopes placed in mortals die with them. Because mortals don't live forever. We don't live forever. But our spirit will. Whether you choose to have it go to heaven or hell, remember, that's no one's choice but your own. All the promise of their power comes to nothing. Because what can you do? We're mortal. What can we do when we die? All of our power comes to nothing. We can't do nothing. You're a king or queen on this earth, you die. You're not a king or queen no more. You better hope you're a child of God. So your soul will go to heaven for eternity. And you'll be a child of God. And if not, your soul will go to eternal hellfire with the devil. Either place, you won't be a king or a queen. You get to heaven, you'll just be like everybody else. Like the angels, like Jesus said, like the angels. Will be children of God. Brothers and sisters, heir with Jesus to heaven. Okay. Let me go down the prayer requests. We do got a new one. Please keep my mom, Rhonda Karshner, in your prayers. She went to the doctor yesterday, and where her surgeon at the cancer center had said he was calling her doctor because her blood pressure was so high. Well, she went there yesterday and it was still extremely high. They checked it several times. And anyway, she gave her a new medicine, so she's supposed to take that 4 times a day. Plus she's on 3 other blood pressure pills as well. So I'm going to call her here in a little bit and see if she remembered to take it. Because she seems to forget because she's always so busy doing stuff for others. Please pray for Sherm. He's got a headache today, just like I do. I've already had to take my migraine shot, so hopefully it'll keep it from turning into a migraine, is what I'm saying. Because I could always feel it coming on, because it's always in my eye. One or the other, either eye. I've had them since I was real little. I used to get very sick with them. Mom would take me to the hospital and stuff because I was so sick. Okay, please pray for Levi Dempsey. I've known him since he was a baby. He was in a truck accident. Yesterday or the day before, I just heard it yesterday. He was in a truck accident. Somebody found him unconscious when they was going down the road. And he's in Grant Hospital in Columbus. And they have him in a medically induced coma because his brain is bleeding. So please keep him in your prayers and his family in your prayers. He's got a mom and dad and brothers and a wife and 2 little kids. I don't think his oldest is 2 yet. And the youngest is like a newborn. Okay. He's got a little girl and little boy. Okay, now the rest. Please pray for Cindy and Jim Welsh, Dora Carper, Dean Deddy for his leukemia, the Burt family, the Doles family, Elizabeth Jeffries, Layla and her son Emil, Joyce Light, Nett Rager, Judy Thompson, and Elizabeth Jeffries.
You said her.
I did? Oh, sorry. That's how my mind is. COVID brain, the doctor said. I don't know, but it makes me do some stupid things. And Sherm's got it too. Between the both of us, was sitting here talking the other day, and I'm like, what was I talking to you about? In mid-sentence, because I forgot. And he said, I don't remember. We make a pair around here, I tell you. Okay guys, so that was everything for the Bible reading today. I still don't have any magazines yet to tear out the Circle of Kindness. So when I get one, I will be reading it for the Bible study and reading you guys some other things. But until then, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.